There it goes. Something came to me yesterday when watching Candace's episode. She was talking about her attorney. His name is Noah. I felt compelled because I was reading in Genesis this morning, and there was Noah. You know, I know a lot of people don't look at things like that, but I do. I do indeed. There is a meaning behind everything in your life. I'm talking about even people that I don't carry biblical names, but there is a meaning behind everything. There truly is. You can kind of start seeing that truly when you start moving and operating in your higher self. And you start picking up on synchronicities and patterns, illusions, tactics. But you see the other side of it because you see the illusion in the tactics. However, you can see the opposing side of the illusion and tactics because you see the divine's hand at work on the other side of it, in reference to just kind of like connecting the dots, in reference to, like, for example, Charlie Kirk and his passing, his assassination, everything leading up to that, the day of, and now, what is it, 8 months later, nearly, and all the docs and all the connected wovenness of really how everything is just like blown up strategically, because unfortunately at the demise of Charlie, God knew all the different intricate woven pieces within Charlie's life. And so he knew that the trajectory of everything would lead us up to today, and the awakening that it would create to today. And you can agree to disagree. It's just one of those things. And I venture to say, in previous assassinations, years ago, decades ago, it would be similar to that, given social media. People can make their own videos, people can carry their own perceptions, people can have their own platforms to talk about it, and we don't have to watch what they're spoon feeding us in reference to the truth. And so you can just see how, like, here's this illusion, here's this tactic, here's this talking point, but behind that, it's like the veil is being lifted, like, okay, here are all those things, but on this side, here's the truth. And people are starting to see the truth more quickly, more evidently than before. And they are. Yeah, you can see it across the board. You can see it and you can feel it. It's just the one thing that I think people need to understand, truthfully, particularly in like the next trajectory of the next like 2-3 years, in reference to like all these data centers coming up, how much the dollar is losing its value based off the cost of everything, and how, in reference to control, there is a major amount of control in the dollar and in the economy and the cost of living. That's really what they have control over. They don't really have much control over anything else anymore. They don't have control of the minds. They don't have control of the truth. They've lost that. But what they do have control over is the economy and the cost of living, food prices, jobs, the financial system, as well as the state system, meaning like Medicaid, food stamps, things like this. And so they have control of these things. And so, as well as they have control of all these government agencies that go in and can do all these investigations, whether that be in your company, whether that be in your life, you can get blacklisted like that. And because so-and-so and so-and-so says this, or so-and-so and so-and-so says this. But it's so funny to me because it's so comical, because it's like, oh, okay, we have time to use the American dollars that pay these people to do a job. We have time to go investigate these things that are duds. Not always, but most of the time are duds, and they're just falsified, right? But yeah, we can't seem to investigate TPUSA's spending habits. No, we're not going to touch that one. We're not going to touch that nonprofit. Shh. Like, among many. We're not going to go and take a look at all these little church groups. We're not going to do that. No. You know? And so it's just one of those things. It's comical to me. Or we're not going to investigate all these assassination attempts. No need. No need. It's like, okay. Or we're not going to investigate the act of shooting that transpired around my work not too long ago. That's crazy. Golly, just thinking about that was a joke. Anyways, it's like the FBI plane doing loop-de-loops in my town the day of Charlie Kirk's passing. It's like this plus this plus this plus this does not equal anything that makes sense. Nothing. And if you think it makes sense, well, cool. Keep living in that dream box. I want that for you if that's what you want, but I can't make sense of it, and I ain't even gonna try. But I'm getting off topic. I digress. What I'm saying is you really need to hone in on your relationship, your personal relationship with money, with materialistic things, with your value in reference to what you equate your value to, whether it's your status, your desires in reference to what you want, what you spend your money on, clothing, stuff like that. Because it's going to progressively get very, very harder. It is indeed. And it can take you in a really, really bad negative headspace because you feel like you aren't nothing. Ooh, my ears. Oh, it's rigging. Because it can make you feel like you're nothing. You're not going to amount to anything. You're not going to go anywhere in life. And, you're just a pedal pusher. I know what that feels like, okay? You keep hitting that bag every single day, but things just aren't aligning, okay? I get it. It's going to get harder. It's going to get a bit harder, all right? It's the storm before the calm, should I say. And I don't know how long it's going to go on. I can't give you that, but I do know it's going to get harder, okay? Just based off, I think gas prices are great, so it's going to get a bit harder, okay? And so that said, you just have to remember that everything within you is what you need to equate your value to, okay? Your worth. Your confidence, and you need to equate that as to what resides inside, not outside of you. This is just a shell, okay? It's what's inside of you, what's inside your heart, what's inside your mind. What do you think? What's important to you? Okay, what are your morals, your values, your ethics? What do you stand on? What's your faith look like? What's your beliefs look like? How do you treat your children? How do you treat your loved ones? How do you treat people in your community when you walk out your door? How do you drive in your car? Do you drive obnoxiously or do you drive, fair, honorably? Everybody's life is important on the road. Period is the way I see it. If you're running late, leave a little earlier next time. Okay? And again, this is just my personal opinions, my personal beliefs. Okay? I just put things out. And I want people to take whatever they want or whatever resonates with them, okay? I don't want to make people feel any less than what they are. I just want to help people evolve because I do know in reference to what is coming, and it's going to be very difficult for some that battle things within their mind already. It is. This is a spiritual war, and it is a war between your consciousness and your mind. Because it's really two different things. They're connected, but it's two different things. It really is. Your conscious resides in your heart, I believe. I believe it resides in your heart, and it connects to your mind. And then that balancing scale of what's right and wrong. And you lead with humility, humbleness, unconditional love, forgiveness. Not only for yourself, but for others. You ain't got it all figured out. Everybody makes mistakes. And so I hope this video resonated, but I love you guys. Have a great day.